What similarities is he seeing to the tech reckoning we're facing today? Well, Bill.com founder and CEO René Lacerte joins us now. René, thanks for joining me. I specifically wanted to talk to you in this tech special because of your perspective. So, how are you differently prepared this time around? And how similar are the markets to what we saw 20-ish years ago?
That's a great question, John, and thank you for having me on. Always happy to talk to you and just share my perspective. It really is different for me. I mean, one, I've got a lot more experience under the belt. I've been doing this over 22 years now. But one of the things that I think is not different is that when you focus on fundamentals, the value creation happens. Sometimes the value assessment might be at a different timeline, but the value creation happens. And I think what was happening back in 99, 2000, there were companies that didn't necessarily have good business models. And you look at our business model, we're delivering over 182% year-over-year growth, 74% organic growth, and doing that with minimal losses. And so I think the differences are pretty different. Now we're talking about some macro factors that can impact all of us across the globe, whether it's the geopolitical situation or kind of the inflationary pressures that we're starting to rear their head. All of that is different than what I saw was happening in 2000 or 2008. And so I think the focus on the fundamentals is the most important thing. And that perspective I have is, that if you keep doing that, you create the value in the long term. And that's what matters.
Well, but everybody's got different fundamentals that they say to focus on. We just had somebody say, oh, we'll stay away from anything unprofitable, which I might argue, well, lots of things that end up being huge are unprofitable at some point. So tell me, from your perspective as a founder and CEO, with your company, what are you investing in resource-wise in this down market that you think is going to be a good investment?
I think the most important thing any business leader can do is to really focus on understanding their business model and making sure that the investing that they're doing is balanced. There's always an opportunity for growth, and you have to balance that opportunity with how do you manage your cash flow. And that's something that I think I learned from my parents. I'm a fourth-generation entrepreneur. But just something that sometimes I think people forget. And so when you focus on creating that balance of driving growth so that you can create the value for the SMBs, the market that we serve, we have 150,000 businesses roughly that are on our platform. When you serve that many customers out of 6 million businesses that could use a service like ours, that's the value creation. So there's always a balance. And what we've done in the past year, which we feel really good about, is delivered half of the losses that we were guiding towards at the beginning of the year. And so the opportunity is always understanding your business model and driving the growth responsibly. And and also when we think about what we're focused on, we're building a multi-billion-dollar business that is going to be profitable. We're very committed to that, and we have all the tools to be able to do that.
Okay, so what do you see happening in Silicon Valley right now compared to previous downturns? What are the questions that you're getting from younger CEOs, and what are the different questions that you're getting from investors now versus what they were asking 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think the question in general is I think everybody's trying to understand it, which is why it's great that you're doing this show to kind of highlight different perspectives and experiences, because it is all new. It's happening rather quickly, like COVID did. What we learned with COVID is that business was resilient and businesses were able to really connect and find ways to adapt. And so, when I think about what it is I hear from people in the Valley, the private valuation, reset is something that a lot of people are talking about. It isn't something that really concerns me, because what we're focused on is delivering the value for SMBs across the country. Like I said, 6 million businesses. And so, what they're focused on is not so much, the macro factors. The small businesses are focused on the micro. I could give you one example. I talked to a customer yesterday called About Golf. They do simulation to help people work on their golf game. And they are focused on supply chain constraints because they have parts coming in from all over the world. And they are focused, on the wage pressures that are coming, but they're growing and they're adapting. And the way they did that is they divided their implementations into 2 so they could actually do it faster when they had it. And so that resiliency, I think, is what I think is going to be true across the economy. And it'll happen in the Valley, too. It's just we're kind of in that moment this month right now where everybody's trying to figure out what that is.
Yeah.
And as far as we go, the focus we get is always understanding the growth that we're able to drive. When you have growth like we have, investors want to understand that. They want to make sure that we're being responsible and thoughtful about the money that we're deploying, the capital we have. We have $2.8 billion in cash on the balance sheet, $1 billion net cash. And so deploying that responsibly, that's the questions. And by the way, that's the questions they always ask us.